Nice.
Fortnite started out as something very different than what it turned out to be. And sure enough, it didn't really get big until it adopted the Battle Royale mechanic from a certain other title, and then it exploded into a major powerhouse, one that had crossovers with Star Wars, Marvel, and is still having a Marvel crossover via the skins, and so much more. The game is played by tens of millions of players all over the world, and Epic Games loves it. What isn't loved though is the kinds of annoying players that just, well, they ruin the game for everyone. So allow us to show you the annoying types of Fortnite players. Which one are you? Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Number 10, the team players with no mics. Now this one has to be stated specifically because we all know players that we hear on chat that we wish didn't have mics. We'll get to that one later. But in this case, we are talking about times in Fortnite where you are in a team or a duo battle and one of the people either doesn't have a mic or they are pretending not to have a mic so they don't have to talk with you. For something like this, communication is key, especially in duos because the whole point is you two working together in order to complete the goal of, well, you know, winning. And then there are some big name Fortnite players out there who hate doing duos at times because when they can't talk with their partner and strategize it, well, it kind of ruins the game. So please, go get a mic and work together so that victory can be had. Don't you want your chicken dinner? Number 9, the Champ Killer Campers. Now, in something as chaotic as Fortnite, there is going to be a lot of death raining down from all over the place, and that's honestly part of the fun. However, if you are a really good player and you either have won a lot of games recently or you are known for winning games, you have a target on your back in the best way and the worst way. Because if people want to kill you, that means they see you as a threat, which is fine. But when it comes to campers, not so much. These are the players that will identify you as a threat, but won't go and confront you directly. Instead, they'll go and just linger, hover, and hide, waiting for you to get low health and then kill you, leaving you sometimes blindsided and wondering what the heck just happened. All the while, that camper got their one and only kill of the game so far. Not cool. Fortnite legend Ninja honestly had this happen to him while he was streaming once. He just entered the game and a camper got him while he was dealing with others and he was not happy. And neither would you be if it happened to you. Number 8, taking your loot before reviving you. In team battles, revivals are something that must be done to not just ensure victory, but keep your team in the hunt should the tides be turning against you. But not everyone is trying to play in the spirit of good teamwork. There have been many times when Fortnite players will go and find a fallen ally, and instead of reviving them all the way, they go and steal the loot before bringing you back. That's just cold and mean, because that player, regardless if you know them or not, worked hard to get that loot, and instead of reviving them to help better the match, you go and steal their stuff to make a better you. If you are one of those players, you've been warned. You have a lot of people gunning for you, and you totally deserve it. Number 7, helicopter users. Fortnite has been upgrading itself over and over again in order to try and keep things fresh and fun for players, and that's part of the reason why it is such a great game overall. It doesn't get stale because of all the new stuff, but one of their biggest additions was that of vehicles like the helicopter, which obviously added a new dimension to things. However, this also spawned an annoying type of person. Basically, someone will go and get in the helicopter and basically stay there for as long as possible, get out, and then get in the helicopter again. What's more, they'll use the vehicle to ram into buildings, chop up players via the blades, and then fly away before they can be shot down. No, it's technically not cheating because the vehicle is supposed to be there, but in terms of being fair to other players, it's very, very annoying. Number 6, the trash-talking kids. This one isn't just a Fortnite thing, obviously, but in our gaming world, the desire to talk smack on other players is so paramount that in some people's minds that they'll have to do it no matter what is happening. And apparently, that includes kids who are under 10 years old. Yes, there are plenty of kids playing Fortnite, and many of them love to talk smack for one reason or another. It was bad enough when they were cussing you out on Call of Duty servers because they feel they're so tough. But when you're trying to relax while playing Fortnite and all of a sudden a kid comes on over the mic and calls you a loser or tells you that you got boxed in like a noob and so on and so forth, it's annoying. Very, very annoying on a level that all gamers can understand and appreciate. So be respectful to your fellow gamer or else. Number 5, team traitors. As we noted earlier, one of the biggest things in team battles is communication, working together for a common goal. However, there are sadly some players out there who decided that it's more fun to be a traitor on a team than to be on, well, the winning team. Yes, this is real and it's really tragic, mainly because there are multiple levels of team traitors out there. There are people who wield explosives and throw them at teammates just to watch them die. There are those who will go and sabotage things like your constructs or your vehicles you're driving because they think it's funny. We already mentioned the looters, and there are even more. Why would someone want to do this is beyond us. What is the point of joining a team just to sabotage it? Are you really that bored? Do you suck that bad that you want to make sure that everyone else loses? No matter the answer, team traitors are jerks. Number 4, the braggarts. Look, it is a well-known fact that there are tiers of Fortnite players out there, and that's perfectly fine. Some people like Ninja and other streamers basically dedicate whole days and weeks to getting better and better so they can win tournaments and such. But the braggarts are those who are just good enough that they'll mock other players on the server and then challenge them to one-on-one battles so that they can prove their superior skills and then do something cheap to get the win. It happens more than you think, and these players love to stroke their own ego. And so for those getting taunted by this kind of a player, just ignore them, they're not worth it. Number 3, spawn killers. Campers, they're bad enough when they go and lurk and wait to steal kills and take big players off the board. But when you're in certain modes and you go and kill players right after they spawned because you know where they're going to spawn, yeah, that is a low blow. Because that's not even giving players a chance to reload up and continue playing the match. You're picking them off before they can even get ready to fight back. Sadly, there are plenty of these players out there, and if you are one of them, you're a horrible person, period. Number 2, the Fortnite haters. When it comes to video games, there are going to be people who just don't like the success of a title. So thus, there are people out there who will go into games or on a social media and post Fortnite is dead or Fortnite is trash to anyone who shows support for the title. It's annoying, it's cheap, and they're wrong. Even if Fortnite isn't the juggernaut it once was, it's still getting lots of love and gamers are playing it. So it's not dead, it's not trash, you're just sad. Number 1, the toxic gamers. This is truly the worst thing about online gaming, and we've honestly talked about it a bit before via the kid gamers, but this one is even worse. Because with the kids, you could argue that, hey, they just don't know what respect is. But for the toxic gamers, the ones who go over the limit with insults and taunts and derogatory comments aimed at other players, it's not just annoying, it's offensive. There are people who refuse to turn on or participate in chats because of these toxic gamers, and it's honestly hard to blame them. No one wants to be insulted like that when you're playing a game that you enjoy, and yet these gamers just seem to be everywhere. So don't be like them, because if you are, you're not a true gamer. You are just a jerk. So what do you think? What do you think of this look at the kinds of annoying Fortnite players out there? When you heard some of these types, did you groan in frustration because you have played against some of them? Be honest with us, are you one of these types we listed? Or do you know another type of annoying player that happens to be out there? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.